You know what, man? I don't even know where to start on this video. It 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 pisses me off so much. It seriously does. But I'm gonna play this uh, maybe part two. I wouldn't even call it part two because I did Holcomb's deal on New York's gun safety laws. I call it part one. The second part of that entire live thing, it's like 46 minutes long. The second one to come after her was Mayor Eric Adams. Okay, basically Bill de Blasio and blackface. But anyway, um I'm gonna play Mayor Eric Adams, and you're gonna listen to his words and listen to what he says at this conference talking about the new gun laws that will go in effect at September 1st. So they did this, I believe, was it a week or so before it went into effect or something like that. But before I get to that, guys, run over to tacticalpovstore.com. That's my online store. Go check it out. I got hoodies up now. Seriously, ladies, I got crop hoodies up there for you too, because ladies like that stuff too. So I got to take care of my ladies out there. And check out my other things. I got beanies coming. Okay. I haven't had a chance to get them done and get them posted up yet, but trust me, beanies they're getting made. I'm going to get them posted up here as soon as I can. Okay. It's fall. It's that time of year. I'm gonna get a couple other things in there too. So it's hoodies and pullover sweatshirts as well. Some long sleeve shirts too now. So go check that out. Put in code TPOV10, get 10% off everything in my store. Also, if you join my channel, and sign up for my membership here at Tactical POV, you get a bigger discount. You get a huge discount on my store there. You get the biggest one. Okay. And on that side there, just for my members only, it's exclusive things that I do, some behind the scenes stuff and everything else like that. So if you're interested, I'd appreciate it if you sign up, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for all of my subscribers that I have on my channel. I honestly, truly, truly appreciate that, man, to my heart and soul. I really do, because it's I can't express how much I appreciate all of my subscribers. You guys come in and you check out my stuff, man, and you appreciate it. And I thank you so much. So go check that out too. And also check out ironinfidel.com, use tactical POV and get 10% off of that too. Best water bottle on the market by far, hands down. Best one. If you're looking for a damn good water bottle, that's the one. Absolutely. Ironinfidel.com, my code tactical POV. Put that in there, 10% off. Now, let me get back to this here, talking about Mayor Eric Adams here. This dude is, I'm trying to stay nice, but I can't. I'm not going to be nice. I can't. This dude's trash. I mean, he's flat trash. I mean, New York, if you're watching, seriously, you didn't do any better with this dude. Seriously, the only thing you changed between Bill de Blasio and this clown, the only thing you changed was skin tone. He's the same dude, and if not worse. Seriously, he's a clown. He's absolute trash. But you're going to hear this here, because I want you guys to pay attention to this video and listen to his words. If you haven't seen this video, please listen to his words, because I got something to play behind this. And this dude is going to have to eat his words here. He's going to have to eat his words. So let me bring this up. You guys listen in to what he's got to say and pay attention.
Really want to thank the governor for taking a surreal moment with a real response. I never thought, from the days of watching cowboy movies as a child, of leave your gun at the door, would become a reality in the state of New York. And it was a challenging time when we saw the Bruen decision handed down. I remember speaking with the governor, and she immediately moved into action and stated that we were not going to wait until this terrible, terrible Supreme Court decision created a state of havoc in our city. Really? I cannot thank you enough, Governor, for the leadership that you showed. Because as this decision was pending, I stated it over and over again, it was keeping me up at night. I know the reality of having 475,000 people in Times Square in any given time. And any given time, that decision stated to them that they can carry a firearm.
For their protection,
And to
law-abiding
those with
citizens.
this insidious belief
Insidious belief, huh?
that you could have public safety with quick draw, who can draw their firearm the fastest, that is just not a reality.
Let me pause that right there. See, this is the crap that comes out of these leftists, man. You really need to pull your head out of Hollywood and TV, okay? Pull your head out of the backside of that, man. Seriously, because that's what they think, honestly. Literally, that's what they think. They think this is what this is all about. It's not, okay? This isn't TV. This isn't Hollywood. This is why you guys always hear me say, get more training. Get more training, okay? It's your responsibility to get more training as a law-abiding citizen to carry your protection. It is also your responsibility to get more training. Not assume, go get more training. There's plenty of instructors out there, including myself, that teach advanced training, to teach you how to exactly use that firearm. Therefore, you become more safe, okay? You understand what goes on. You understand the situation. You understand the scenario. You understand how to protect yourself properly. These clowns, seriously, man, these gun grabbing politicians they irritate me, man, with that mindset that they think that all of a sudden now there's guns all over the place. Now it's going to be the Wild Wild West all over again. Wild Wild West wasn't even a Wild Wild West. Even that was made up. They think this crap was like serious, like that. Just people just blasting each other just for no damn reason, man. Like it's just totally out of control. It's a lie, complete lie.
And the commissioner and I, we are committed not only to continue the success of removing over 4,700 guns off our streets that were illegally carried,
5,000
but
more
to
just
pivot
showed
and
up.
shift as we face this new reality. We could not have brought together a better team of people who are committed to the prerequisite to our cities and state prosperity, and that's public safety and justice. And I want to thank our speaker, Speaker Adams, for her role as we now move to the implementations on many parts of the law in the city area. We need her more than ever now. Her steady hand and leadership is going to allow us to continue to pivot here in the city of New York, where 8.8 million people are dependent on our response.
And that means you cannot respond to that many people. You won't get there, okay? Especially when you've got police officers that are retiring early and resigning, and you don't have enough cadets to actually fill those uniforms that are taken off. It's been going 2 years now, but this is what happens when you start, spewing bullcrap, defund the police rhetoric, and you start throwing them under the bus. This is what you have, okay?
To this decision that was handed down by the Supreme Court. And the numbers are horrific that the governor just stated.
The numbers
Those states that have lived with the open carry decision or mindset are far above our state when it comes down to per 100,000 people.
That's because those states allow their citizens to carry their protection. There's more citizens carrying firearms. That's what I'm telling you, man. These gun grabs, man, they manipulate numbers. They cherry pick numbers. She told you that number in my video that I talked about just recently here that I just uploaded, okay? She talked right before him. It's the same meeting, all right? They manipulate those numbers. In your state where they don't allow you to carry, law-abiding citizens and criminals as well, when they don't allow you criminal, they restrict the carry of it too, even though the criminals still have more guns. I'm just saying, they're not telling you the whole number. But they'll come out and cherry pick that number and say, yeah, it's those carrying firearms. They don't tell you, like I said in another video, they don't tell you that number, that it's almost 370 people per 100,000 that are actually victimized by either serious bodily harm or death, that don't involve a firearm. They don't tell you that. Make sure they don't let you know that number, right?
Or the victims of deaths around guns.
Like I said, we've
gotten
guns.
It right.
That's it.
The Supreme Court, instead of overturning what we have been doing, they should have duplicated what we have been doing, and we would have saved lives in the process.
Duplicate what you're doing. So you've been infringing upon people's Second Amendment right for what, 100 years? So you think the Supreme Court, they should be duplicating what we do. Yeah, really continue to infringe upon law-abiding citizens. Yeah, that makes sense, right?
And the state lawmakers who immediately responded to this terrible decision, we want to say thank you.
Terrible decision.
The Bruen case already took gun violence that is already a threat to our safety and freedom, and it aggravated how we respond to it every day.
Right.
New York City Police Department, the state police, and the city superintendent, thank you for being here. The response of these agencies, we will collaborate to make sure we continue to pursue our combined goal of keeping our city safe.
You ain't doing a damn good job about that at all. That, oh my God. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you right now, they piss me off so much, man. I seriously I just want to let some curse words fly on my channel right here, you know. And it might come down to it because, guys, understand, I get limited views. I get limited ads on some of my videos. So, you know what I mean? It's just the way of demonetizing my stuff, man. But I'm just, I think I'm going to try to hold my tongue as much as I can. You might catch me uncensored. I tell you what, I'm going to do some videos uncensored on my membership channel. I'm going to do it that way because that's not monetized over there. So I'm gonna probably let it fly over there on the membership side of it, most likely.
Supreme Court is taking dead aim at the safety of New Yorkers. They've placed us in the line of fire, and we must respond accordingly. The radical decision that they made endangers us all. But here in New York, a place known for freedom, openness, and diversity,
what does that got to do with the price of tea in China?
We will defend ourselves.
How?
New eligibility requirements for concealed carry is going to play an important role in the restrictions on the carrying of concealed weapons in sensitive locations will go into effect tomorrow.
Okay, this is September 1st. Like I said, they did this video. They did this live video here with this whole meeting, this conference or whatever they're addressing the state of New York. I think they did it a week before. But the thing about it is what he's talking about as far as what do you say as far as doing what they can for concealed carry to put up the restrictions on it as far as that. You know, for people carrying concealed. What he's not telling you is that because now New York is a may issue, or not a may, it's a shall issue state. It goes, the Supreme Court overruled and turned all of this from a may issue to a shall issue. So now that it's a shall issue state, now what New York is going to do is they're going to infringe upon it even harder. For one, posting up anything as far as gun-free zones, which are the most populated areas that you can be in. And that includes transportation. The reason why I say this, stick with me. There's a reason why I said this, okay, and why he's talking about this.
September 1st. And today, we're here to talk about the city's outreach campaign, not only through PSAs, but what we are going to do on the ground to educate the public. We want them to know about the new laws and what they mean for New Yorkers. The city is posting signage around Times Square, informing people that the area is a gun-free zone.
Which means come bring your weapons, criminals, because law-abiding citizens will not be able to carry their weapon to protect themselves.
You have to actually say, a gun-free zone.
I swear this dude is such a dramatic clown. You know what, man? I'm telling you, he seriously only cares about being in front of a camera anytime he can get his butt in front of one. He don't care about anything else. Straight drama queen.
And then licensed gun carriers and others may not enter with a gun unless otherwise specifically authorized by law. You can see from this map here, the dots
he's talking
are
about
indicators where the signs are going to be located.
Yeah, Times Square,
Strategically
mass
placed
transit,
entry points
subways,
so that people
buses.
will know when they enter the area, they're entering a gun-free zone.
churches,
And the circles are
everything
reflections
else.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
The signs will also include posters like this one you see here, Times Square, gun-free zone.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell me this is not a feeling of being surreal. In our city, we're posting these signs. Gun-free zones. And other messaging options including mobile electronic signs and entry points to Times Square.
Oh yeah, you do remember that. You do know that gun-free zones, like 95% of mass shootings all happen in gun-free zones. You know that, right? In case you didn't, I'm just letting you know that that's a truth. It's a true fact. They happen in gun-free zones.
As a mayor and a former police officer that actually patrolled in some of those communities, I want every New Yorker and those visiting our city to be aware of these laws and to respect them.
Wait, you heard that, right? Be aware of these laws and respect them. Good luck getting a criminal. Make sure he pays attention to that gun-free zone. Okay. Yeah, let's see if it reaches him. They'll go, oh, damn, dog. Can't carry my gun up in here, man. It's a gun-free zone. Okay. Let's see how much they obey that law.
Supreme Court's decision have opened an additional river feeding the sea of gun violence. But we're going to continue to use our laws to dam the rivers over and over again.
Infringe upon your constitutional God-given right
into New York City and prosecuting those who sell them illegally.
Okay.
Using the power of our legal system to challenge the online retailers who illegally sold and are continuing to sell ghost guns to customers in New York. We're going after them.
Oh. Say just going after. Sorry, pause that real quick. Say he's going after him. You do now. You should say you do know that you have a constitutional right to manufacture your own firearm. You do that as a law-abiding citizen. You have the God-given right to manufacture your own firearm. You have that right. I have that right. Any law-abiding citizen. He just said going after law-abiding citizens who have a constitutional right to manufacture their own firearm. The only thing you cannot do is sell that firearm to someone else. That's the thing that is restricted in that whole deal. Okay? But you, me, all of us law-abiding citizens, we all have that constitutional right to manufacture our own firearm. We just can't sell it. That's it. Once you sell it without it being stamped, excuse me, sorry about that. Without it being serial numbered and stamped like that, you can't sell it, but you can manufacture and keep it. Okay. So ghost guns, these ghost guns, you know what a ghost gun is? It's basically a prefab frame. That's all it is. It's a prefab frame, basically where you have to manufacture, punch the holes, and it shows guides where you punch the holes and pins and everything else. You still have to buy a slide. You still have to buy a barrel. You still have to buy an action. Okay. So you can do that. You have the constitutional right to do that. So what he's talking about is a bunch of BS. It's lies. So, but he's coming after you though. He's coming after your God-given right that you're allowed to do.
And working closely with state and federal authorities to prosecute gun crimes, close loopholes, and shut down the iron pipeline.
That is such BS. They talk that same lame gun grabbing talking point for 40 plus years and close the loopholes. Shut up, clown.
We will not allow the men and women of the New York City Police Department to be subjected to further danger, making their already difficult jobs even more harrowing. And this is something the commissioner and I are committed to and will stay focused on. And we will not allow a city of tolerance and freedom to become an armed camp of fear and distrust. We will do all that we can to keep New York the safest big city in America and a beacon of freedom for the world. And working with the City Council and the leadership there, we will continue to make it a priority for New York City, and it will continue to be our #1 pursuit.
I just saw a report that I don't know if you guys caught it. I think I caught a report saying that crime in the past 2 years in New York has gone up almost 40%. Keeping it safe though, right? I think it was like 35 or something like that. 35% gun related crimes went up. Shoot, something like that. I'm gonna dig that number up again. But I just heard recently it was something close to that, like that, with the past 2 years. And the carjackings have gone up and everything else, man. But crime has gone up. I swear, I'm trying to remember. Like it's been a couple weeks ago, too, somewhere in there. It's like 35%, somewhere over there, almost 40%.
And again, I want to thank our partners here, both in uniform and out of uniform, our lawmakers and lawyers and attorneys who looked over this law and looked over the decision from the Supreme Court to have a responsible and expeditious response to meet this day of September 1st so that we could ensure that this city will continue its pursuit to be a safe city in America. I want to bring on our partner in this pursuit, the Speaker of the City Council, Speaker Adrienne Adams.
It's enough of this clown. Tired of this clown. Now, hopefully you guys are still with me here because I got to bring this up. I got to bring this up here. The reason why I played this so you guys can hear him talk, okay? And there's a reason why. I wanted you guys to hear him talk. Because the words that he just said, he's going to have to eat these words. He's going to have to eat them. He's going to have to eat them pretty hard. Why do I say that? Well, I say that is because the recent incident that just happened here, this story here is coming from the Post. If you haven't seen it yet, I haven't seen it on mainstream media at all because I try not to really watch it mainstream at all because they just lie, and we know they do. But this story right here coming from New York Post here. Yesterday, September 27th, victim of brutal NYC subway attack reveals gruesome injuries, rips into Mayor Adams. Deservedly so, okay? Deservedly so. Let me blow this up for you here so we can hear this. Hear what her husband has to say. What happened?
Look at my wife's eyes right now. She can't see nothing out of her eyes. And she can barely use her left eye because there's so much tension in her head. The guy stomping her head. He kicked her multiple times.
Basically, it's like any other crazy guy out there. He's just talking about a whole bunch of nonsense. I'm just trying to ignore him, just trying to make it to work peacefully. And I mean, out of nowhere, he just viciously attacked me out of nowhere. Like, I don't even want to take the train. I love my job so much, and a part of me, like, it doesn't want to go back because I'm scared. I would have never expected this to happen. Like, my life has changed. Everything changed.
That right there. That like that. So let me back out of this thing. And let's look at this story here because we talk about this. It says Mama 5, who was mercilessly pummeled by a homeless maniac at Queens subway station, revealed her gruesome injuries Tuesday while issuing a desperate plea to Mayor Eric Adams. Our city needs help. Our city needs mayor's help, said Elizabeth Gomes, after removing her sunglasses, showing injury from a horrific caught-on-camera attack, which includes her eye being swollen shut and a nasty gash over her right one. Okay. So let's see. We're going through a 33-year-old mother here told Post exactly. Remember hearing that they would have cops posted on platforms, riding trains, cops down in subways. Mayor Adams said, especially in the subway, she said. Well, it wasn't there. Her injury is crazy because they're talking about this woman might lose her eye, okay, because of this. But this is, if you guys haven't seen it, this is it right here. This is where caught on camera, surveillance camera right here, where she was attacked by whatever, some homeless name. Now, this is where I talk about Second Amendment. Okay. This is why we have to fight so much for your God-given right to self-defense. You have to. You have to stand up. You have to be heard. You have to fight for this thing, because you have clowns like Eric Adams, Governor Holcomb over there, another gun-grabbing clown, and 15 GOPs, okay, rhinos, who signed on to BS gun control laws too, gun bills. The 15 of them that just signed back in June, okay? I just did that video on that. We have to seriously fight for our right to protect ourselves, because if this woman would have had her protection, she at least had a fighting chance against a man who's obviously twice her size, and stomping on this woman's head, okay, in some wild attack. Now, I don't care about you being homeless. I don't care if you got a mental problem or anything else like that. That's not my problem, okay? And I'm not trying to say this to sound insensitive, but every time when you hear leftists talking about, well, he's homeless and he's got a mental issue, what does that got to do with the price of tea in China when he's standing over the top of a woman, stomping her head into the ground right now and about to basically kill this woman? What does that got to do with anything? You don't know what he's doing? Sorry to hear that, but, you know, she has the right to defend herself. So if she'd have had her weapon at the time, being able to carry it in a mass transit area, which New York has deemed to be a sensitive area, okay, a gun-free zone. This is what happens in gun-free zones. Pay attention to this. This is what happens, okay? If the police aren't there, which the mayor's talking about keeping our city safe and being there to respond, you know, having everything to respond to 8-point-some million. So just shut up, man. Stop talking crap, dude. Because obviously the police wasn't there in the subway to keep this woman from getting her head kicked in. All right? She couldn't do anything about it right there. Thank God she survived it. But what if she didn't survive this? What happens if that woman died? She died from her injuries. Then what? What are you going to do, Eric? Guys, read this go to New York Post and read this article, because it stretches. I read this thing and it stretches out pretty good. I don't want to sit here and waste your time on it. But like I said, that's just sad, man. That is unbelievably sad. I feel so bad for this woman. I truly do. I feel bad for her entire family, because they live in a city, man, where you got a governor and a mayor directly infringing upon your right to self-defense, right to your face, and then want to sit there and smile with a smug ass look and a smug ass smile and everything else, an attitude, just this condescending attitude, and then tell you that, well, we're just doing this, you know, to keep our people safe in this effort. It's reprehensible what the Supreme Court did. The Supreme Court basically ruled in favor for law-abiding citizens, you know, to have the right to protect themselves, you know, that upholding the Second Amendment, the Constitution. So, man, I'm telling you, dude, I just, like I said, guys, go check this out. Pull it up, New York Post. Go bring that article up. If you haven't seen it or read it, anything else, just read it and check this out. Seriously. I've been stretching this video out, man. I'm sorry. It just heats me up, man. I just get so damn heated over this crap that the thing that, and not only that, like I said, when they tell you this crap and those BS talking points that they talk all the damn time, they tell this to you because they expect you to be stupid. They expect you to be dumb and be lazy and not do your homework. Okay. You and I both have a supercomputer that we run around with all day, every day. We all have one. Okay. You have no excuse to not be informed. In 2022, you have no excuse to not be informed of what's going on. Okay. If you are not informed what's going on, you are now at this point willfully ignorant. Okay. You are. I don't care what you have to say, because it's not going to add up. It's like you got a phone, you got a smartphone. We all do. How come you don't do a little homework? Take 5 seconds, 10 seconds, do a little bit of homework, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Figure out, you know, learn. You can find out real fast. Quick search. You can find out a whole lot. Man. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out if you hung out this whole time with this, because like I said, it's just, I could sit here and rant about this all day, every day, and my blood pressure would be through my top of my head, man. It'd be through the roof, seriously, because of how much these clowns piss me off with this so bad. But I have to move on with life. You know what I mean? And just keep fighting for what we know is right. Your God-given right to self-defense, Second Amendment. Okay. Make sure you keep fighting for that. All right. Make sure you go to my store, tacticalpovstore.com. Put in code TPOV10 to get 10% off my store. If you want that best water bottle on the market, hands down, guys, just because I have an affiliate with them, that's it. But you saw my videos, you saw my reviews. I did that one to review, and then I did a follow-up. I did that follow-up, and I didn't even plan to do a follow-up. I had to do that follow-up because I believed in that thing. That thing blew me away. I said, I got to do another video about this, man. This bottle is amazing. It's amazing. It's so badass. I love it. It's my favorite one, seriously. IronInfidel.com. Put in tactical POV is my code. Get 10% off of that bottle, man. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I promise you, you won't. It will blow you away as long as how cold your fluid stays cold, how long it stays cold. It will blow you away. So anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next video, man. All right. Just be safe, be careful out there. And remember, as always, you are responsible for your own safety. So get more training.